So the first two states that had applications were Nevada and New Hampshire. And just out of complete luck, on their forms, it had the natural born clause in it. Most of the forms for most of the states do not have that clause. Now,
why? Why don't they have it? Because the 14th Amendment only was an amendment to tell naturalized citizens that they get the same equal protections as if they were born here. It did not wipe out the United States Constitution that said you cannot run for president if you are a naturalized citizen. It is just an amendment that says you are a naturalized citizen, but you will be treated as an American. It did not give you any equal standing. So stop saying you're a second-class citizen, because if you wanted to be a first-class citizen, you would stay in Turkey. Your parents would not have come here, and then you'd be first class. So Cenk is the reason why so many more people are going to come out and vote for Trump. Don't get me wrong, I like Cenk. Close his mouth.
You'll see the difference in Arkansas in a second. But because they had that clause, I had to strike out natural born and say I am eligible constitutionally, but I could not sign my name to saying that I was natural born here because that would be perjury. So we go to New Hampshire and we say, guys, this is for the courts to decide. The FEC has a ruling. This is really, really important. The FEC has said that naturalized citizens can run for president. They say whether they could.
The FCC does not have any authority to make that decision. They're only saying they can put you on the ballot, Cenk.
Serve as president is up to the courts. But as far as the states are concerned, they must let me run.
Okay, now that's another misnomer. The states can put anybody on the ballot that they want to. The court can hear any appeal that they want to, but it is Congress who makes those laws, Cenk. It is not the court that's going to rule in your favor and say, sure, you can be a naturalized citizen. Even if they did, they don't make the laws of this country. And this is where we're getting into problems where people come to this country and then they want to change the laws of this country.
And New Hampshire said, we don't care. We don't care about the FEC. We don't care that you're right. And then I said, well, guys, the form itself is wrong. You cited actually the wrong part of the Constitution. And they said, oh, yeah, oops. And we said, okay.
Did you hear what he said?
Well, then if I cross.
He told them you cited the wrong part of the Constitution. So forget the original Constitution, which protects the United States from aliens, immigrants, naturalized citizens. It prevents you from becoming president. Forget about that part of the Constitution because that was not amended. Only the 14th Amendment was to say people have to treat you equally as if you are a citizen because you left your original country and you are now here in this country. The 14th Amendment does not do away with the original part of the Constitution, which says you cannot run, Cenk. So that's why they told you no. They don't have the authority to put you on the ballot.
Crossed out that part. In fact, everyone who didn't cross out that part committed perjury. Could I cross out that part? And they said, yeah, you could. I said, so wait a minute. You're saying I am allowed to cross out things. You just didn't like the part that I crossed out. They're like, well, yeah, technically our job is to just see if you cross out any part of the form. But basically they admitted we would have cheated for the other candidates and let them cross out parts of the form. And then, by the way, and then they added salt on the wounds by admitting, yeah, if Ted Cruz lied about whether he was a natural born citizen and just signed it, whether it was true or untrue, we would have let him on the ballot. And we did let him on the ballot, even though the courts never tested it. So if you lied, you would have gotten on the ballot. But if you told the truth, you don't get on the ballot. And other people are allowed to cross things out, but I'm not allowed to cross things out. So it's absurd, and it wasn't their decision to make in the first place. Let me on the ballots and let the courts do their job. And one of the things that the courts look at is how do the voters vote? So if the voters vote for me, that makes a giant difference in being able to win that case. And Anna, you're right, 25 million naturalized citizens. And every one of us hears dozens of times in our lives, ha ha, you can't be president. That seems like a minor thing, but it isn't, guys.
Okay, so nobody's teasing that you can't be president. The reason that is there is because maybe you don't have bad intentions, Cenk Uygur, but you don't know the next one who does have bad intentions. So when you start changing the Constitution or that part of the original Constitution so that you can run, it allows others to run, others who don't have the United States as a republic in the best interest. They can change the republic. That is why they're not going to let you open up the floodgates.
What it is what we hear every time is, ha ha, you're a second-class citizen. You're not really American. You can't be our leader. You can go die for the country. And there's like 70 Medal of Honor winners who are naturalized citizens.
Right. And that is because they left their country and came to this country where they have freedoms that they didn't have in their country. Otherwise, everybody would stay in their own country of origin. Right, Cenk? Right? Your parents would have never brought you here as a child if they had what we are giving you in this country. Freedom. Opportunity. Capitalism. And you benefited from it greatly. Now, please tell me what you're going to do for the Hispanic and Black communities. And what is your stance on reparations?
But sorry, you can die for us, but you can't lead us because you're a second-class citizen. We're going to take that to the court, and I've shown it now a number of times. 14th Amendment. It says all persons born or naturalized have due process and equal protection. They didn't say kind of equal. They didn't say equal with a...
Right. So equal protection is because prior to that amendment, you guys were treated like second-class citizens. Right, Cenk? Yes. People were discriminating against you. Right, Cenk? But did they give that to Black people who were born in this country?
With an asterisk, and they literally put the word naturalized in the 14th Amendment, which amends the earlier part of the Constitution. We're going to win this case.
Not.
We're going to win so many things in this campaign, and today we started in Arkansas.
So good news out of Arkansas. What was different about Arkansas that allowed for you to make it on the ballot?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to thank every donor, supporter, volunteer that we have. It wasn't just me, it was our team. But yes, today we got on the ballot in Arkansas. And that's a little bit of history. I am the first naturalized citizen on a presidential ballot in U.S. history.
It's amazing.
And I didn't just do that. You guys, if you were out there and you supported me at cenkforamerica.com, you did that. And there's no...
Oops, sorry.
No way in the world I could have...
Yes, you could always get on the ballot because there's rules state by state. Each state has a constitution, Cenk. And if in the state of Arkansas, their constitution does not forbid you from getting on the ballot, you can get on the ballot. However, you still have to be sworn in. And that's the thing that you can't do. The 14th Amendment did not amend the original Constitution, which said that you and others like you have to be a natural born citizen.
Could have hired the staff. I could have done all the things that I needed to do to get on that ballot without you guys.
You can afford it.
Actually, it's just a lovely story. The audience has seen Deveria, my compliance person. She's the first person to sign up. She happens to be African American. We needed somebody from the campaign to go to Arkansas and hand in the papers in person. That's the rule that Arkansas has. So she did it, and she did it at Little Rock. And she advanced the cause of civil rights as an African American woman in Little Rock. That is powerful. And
okay, so here we go. I love it that African American women are supporting you, Cenk. I support you, but I'm a realist and I know that you can't become the president. So what you're going to do is push Donald Trump. But I don't care. As I make my other videos, I don't care if Donald Trump takes over again. I'm not voting for Biden. I can't vote for you because you can't be the president of the United States. I'm running. I can be the president of the United States. And I'm sorry that you and your 25 million immigrants in this country feel upset. But this is why you have MAGA. This is why you have the people attack on January 6th, because they don't want somebody coming from another country and replacing them. There's 350 million people in this country. And if 25 million of them are immigrants, what are you highlighting for the Americans that are here? You all are here. You're going to have more babies. Your kids will be Americans, citizens, because they're born here. And then they can be president. See, this is the fear that everybody instills in people, that you're going to be displaced. Black people have always lived with that. So that's not even an issue for us. We just want to know who's going to do something for us. And right now, I haven't heard you say you're going to pay us $1.5 million to those African Americans who qualify.